The rest of my onion seeds have arrived, and it encourages us to go get dirty. Well, I wouldn't put it that way, but let's dig in dirt. I want to show you the onion seedlings that I've done about 2.5 weeks ago. Just to see what to expect. Now, I have been spraying these with water for the first few days. When I saw 1/2 inch of the seedling, then I stopped watering it with the spray, because what I'm going to do is, now that it's nice and dry on the surface, I'm going to bottom feed them with nitrogen, potato, onion seeds. And if you recall, I had 25 seeds, so let's see how many I have. I have exactly 25 seedlings, so they all germinated, so that's a good one. This one was the green onion that I had seeds from last year or even the year before. And then these are the Granax onions. Again, these were leftovers from previous years. I think they're okay. I didn't count those seeds, obviously. I was just planting them. So I'm gonna process these first, just to go ahead and get them watered. And then I'll show you later where my setup is and how it's doing. I'm using this feed while my seedlings are indoors. 2020, water soluble. I have some water. I made it not too cold. It's freezing in here. And I'm only gonna put a tiny scoop in this. Mix this all up. Dissolve it, which doesn't take long. And then I'm gonna pour it into this tray and let them soak this up. And I'll see if I need more water, but I don't want to make the fertilizer too concentrated. For indoor plants, use 1 tablespoon per gallon of water. So I just put a little bit in here, and I'm probably gonna put more water in this to make sure that they soak up enough moisture all the way through the top. So set that aside for about 5 minutes. And now I can focus on my new seeds. So I'm gonna be planting Texas Grano 502 onions and red Creole onions. Each of these have, well, the red has 300 seeds and the yellow onion has 200 seeds. So I'm gonna need a few of these cups to plant into. And again, I'm using the same mix that I used before. If you remember, I'm using this cocoa core. And it's still moist because I keep it in this bin that has a top. I think I'm gonna need 4 cups for each onion, because I figured I can put probably 50 seeds in one. How do I know that? Here's my 25 seeds of potato onions, right? I can certainly put a lot more in here if you look at it. This guy, the green onions, probably around 50 seeds. That's what that would look like. And they can certainly share the space. You do have plenty of time to still plant onion seeds. I'm just in a big hurry because I gotta get dirty. So this is the red one. I'm gonna probably have some leftovers because I really don't need that many red onions. They don't store well, at least from my experience. So let's see. Oh yeah, I didn't make it wet. That's not good. So let's start with the yellow onions, because the yellow onions I want to plant all 200 seeds in here, and when I get the seedlings from this, I probably will plant this in two different gardens, really. My home garden and the farmhouse garden. So what is 50? I don't know how much is 50 seeds. Is this 50? I think if they really gave me 200 seeds, by the time I'm distributing between the 4 containers, I will have 50 in each. And if they didn't give me 200, I would never find out. So it feels like this may have too many. And as before, we're just going to put a really tiny layer, sprinkle of this coco coir planting medium. And then pat it down, make sure we don't see any seeds. And in this case, my seeds are black, so I can actually see them if they're not covered. So that helps. And even if you put too much on the top, they're still going to grow. It might just take a little longer to pop up, but they will grow. And this knot doesn't need any spraying at this point because, as I said, it's still moist. So I'm going to do the red one. The red ones I'm only going to plant about 100. So that would be two cups. Let's see. That's about a third of 300 seeds. So, and this will be 50-50, hopefully. And again, just cover that up. And my paper bag got wet, so what I need to do is get it out of here. The way I'm going to do that is take a jar top and dump it in here. And I'm going to put this out to dry. Like that. And then once it's dry, put this back. Let's label. Today is the 23rd. And these are the granules. So let's go over to the grow light. Grow light setup, very cheap, collapsible shelf. Has 2 tiers. The top tier has a shop light attached to it with just a simple eye hook. I can adjust the height up and down. Right now, it's about 1 inch from these cups. Now, what I have to do for the other guys that have been growing already, if you look at it, because they are tall and now they're touching the grow light, right? I'm going to have to lift this end up, and I can still have the other end low enough for these guys. The other thing I can do is I can actually raise it according to these guys here, and then put something underneath the other one so it can be raised. But what I can do really is just raising this side of it. The lights are on timer, so they get 16 hours of light during the day. So is this high enough for those? No, one more. Just like that. So I just raise it by just hooking it onto this eye hook. And this eye hook is just here in the shelf. It comes out here. And normally I have something over this, but I kind of lost that. I have the same thing on the first shelf, so I can actually put things on the ground here and use this other lamp as well. So I can have, I can put in up to 6 trays under the grow light if I needed to. So the lamp is really not that hot. It would not burn the seedlings even if they touch it. Here we are. They're not touching it yet again. And these, as I said, I can lift these up more if I needed to, but I think they're fine. They're about 1.5 inches from the light. And you really don't need the light until a couple of days into this, because you need the light only when they're starting to poke. But since I have the light on anyway for the other ones, I'm just going to leave it like as is. And these are all on timers, as I said, the heater as well. You can buy these heat mats very cheap on Amazon. They're like between $10 and $15. Okay, and here's my spray bottle. And I'll come around every day and these seedlings get a spray. You can kind of tell when it's soaked up enough moisture, because now on the top it is moist. I hope you have seeds that you could also plant in January. I'll be checking back with you in February. I'm going to be planting my rutabaga, and I'm going to take a look at what else I need to do, maybe some parsley. Check back with me in about a week or so, where we are going to be planting more vegetables that are cold hardy, and we need to start planting them to get ready for planting outside in late March, early April. So see you next time.